Hey there, Taki here. Hope you are incredibly well. In today's session, I'm going to teach you a little tool called the Extra Workday Advantage. It's got one simple job to help you free up one day a week to work on your business instead of just being pulled in 77 directions in your business. If you want a copy of the Extra Workday Advantage sheets, the planner to help you schedule out your extra workday and actually make it a reality, then just comment planner below and we'll hook you up. If I was coaching you right now, obviously there'd be some fun projects we'd be working on to help you grow. And you'd be like, hey, but I'm already overwhelmed. In fact, not just overwhelmed, but I'm drowning in to-dos right now. I got a lot of stuff on, and now there's Taki guys giving me more stuff to do. Not super fun. You feel like you're falling behind, and that's the core problem. So here's what we want to do today instead. Number one, get you some altitude, some perspective above the crazy so that you can see more clearly, you can make great decisions, and you can actually move your business forward. Instead of feeling behind, you make some progress consistently, day after day after day. And the secret to making this work is actually by putting less into your calendar rather than adding more. So I just want to set that up as context. If I was coaching you right now, I would be looking for a day a week for you to work on your business, not in your business. And you can take that extra work day a couple of different ways. You can take it as a full day. Maybe it's Monday or maybe it's Friday or whatever day for you. A lot of our clients take their extra work days 2 half days, and others take 2 hours each morning, 5 days a week, 10 hours. However you do it, this kind of 8 to 10 hour block as a full day, 2 half days, or 2 hours each day, totally fine with me. I want to give you 5 big keys. Here's the first one, is to control your calendar. The question isn't, will my calendar be full? Of course, it'll be full. The question is, who will fill my calendar? Your calendar either is built by design or by default. And too many of us get pushed around by life and we end up super reactive. We don't control our calendar. We are a slave to it. Number 2, we're going to get you 8 to 10 hours a week to work on your business. And what I want you to do is to pre-spend your time. If I said, hey, going to give you $100, you had to spend it on yourself, what would you spend it on? You'd figure that out. Maybe it's some clothing or a meal. If I said, hey, we're going to get you an extra 10 hours a week to work on your business, we need to know before we get the time, what we'd use it on. The second key here is to pre-spend your time so that you don't get the time and then just waste it. Part of the leverage we're going to get on ourselves is if we realize that there's something more important we could spend the time on, something more fun, something more profitable for your business. Next, what we want to do is understand that you're already busy. And so rather than go, hey, I'm going to change up all my calendar starting tomorrow's busy. Generally speaking, most of the coaches I talk to this week and next week are busy just because generally things are pressed here, and the further out in time you go into the future, the less crowded things are. So what we want to do is we want to build a 2-week runway. In other words, decide our extra workday now, but start the extra workday calendar in 2 weeks' time, because this week's busy and next week's kind of half busy already, and that gives us 2 weeks to get things locked and loaded. This whole process is going to look much more like elimination, not like trying to get more efficient with your time. I'm absolutely horrendous at managing minutes and hours, but I'm great at days, I'm great at weeks, and I'm really good at years. And part of that is just getting super clear about what are the 3 most important things that I want to get done. If I had an extra day, how can I best spend it? We're going to cut a lot rather than add 58 more things into your schedule. Elimination, not efficiency. And then finally, we want to turn this extra workday into a ritual. It's ritualized, it's designed. Tim Ferriss said, you want a morning routine so clear, so well scripted that you could give it to an actor and they could play the first hour of your day flawlessly. We want to do that with your extra workday. That's the big idea. What I'd love to do right now is to walk you through these sheets. And again, if you want to get a copy, please just type planner below and we'll walk through this together. Big idea is you are unstoppable when you've got 10 hours a week of highly productive time focused on your biggest opportunities. So what you do is you go, hey, if I had 10 hours to work on my business, what could I do? And you're just going to make a list, big list. And then you go, great, what are my top 5? Maybe it's this one, maybe it's that one, maybe it's those 2, maybe it's that. Top 5. And then how will it benefit you to implement this stuff? What's the consequence to you? And this is how you sell yourself on, if I've got 10 hours, this is what I'm going to do with my time. Secondly, we've got our extra workday schedule and we just go, hey, I'm going to take 1 by 10, 2 5-hour blocks or 5 2-hour blocks. And then just go, hey, when are they going to happen? And pretty simply, just going to go, you know what? I'm going to do Monday morning, if that's your jam. Or you might go, I'm going to do first 2 hours of each day. If that's your jam, just block out where it's going to go and pre-decide. And we're going to block that into your calendar starting in 2 weeks' time. And we're going to go, hey, what are all the obstacles to making the things happen? And we're going to make a plan for them. So here's what I want you to do. Number 1, control your calendar. Stop being reactive. Decide what you want. Number 2, pre-spend your time. Decide, hey, if I had 10 hours to work on my business, not somebody else's business, but my own, what would I do with the time? 2-week runway doesn't start this week, doesn't start next week, starts the week after. We're going to cut a bunch. We're going to turn it into a ritual weekly habit. Okay. Again, if you're on the planner, type planner below. this thing will set you free. You should be able to easily free up 8 to 10 hours in about 20 minutes worth of thinking time. Good trade, I reckon. Okay, so big love from me. Get your butt in action. Free up some time to work on your business. Otherwise, you're playing reactive catch up and it's not fun. Big love. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.